in a second. All right. Let's change this real close. All right. I want you to do security announcements in a second. All right. All right. Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Historical Truths Revealed class. And today we are going to touch on the Shield of David. All right. As many people may know, they call it the Star of David, the Star of Molech, the Star of Ranfram, and all that other garbage out there, which is not true. Okay. The Shield of David is a signature, a signet, and it's a seal, not a seal, a seal. All right. It is something that we rock, we wear, and we acknowledge because that's what King David told us to acknowledge and wear. See what I'm saying? The Shield of David is something that we have always used in our culture. It's not something that we worship. Yes, it's a graven image. This table is a graven image, but do we worship a table? No, we do not. See what I'm saying? Just because you wear something around your neck doesn't mean that you worship it. Because in the scriptures, it tells you. King Solomon said, that we will have gold in our mouth and gold around our necks. That's talking about jewelry. We've always had that. We don't worship it. See what I'm saying? And also, when you have the Shield of David, they also call it a hexagon or a 6-point star. Am I saying that right? A 6-point star, shit like that. And that's incorrect because we had it first, and then everybody bastardized it later. So that's when people later on, so-called people that are satanic, they decided to use it for their own profane, vanity. People in gangs decided to use it too. Disciples?
Yes, your disciples.
Yeah, disciples. You see what I'm saying? They started using it to, pervert the truth. Just like they pervert the truth of everything. See what I'm saying? What else? Like, for example, Christ. They say Christ is a white man when that's not true. See what I'm saying? So, but people have been smoking too much fucking weed. People are too high off of drugs, too high off of people's lies that they can't see what the real truth is. That the Shield of David belongs to the nation of Israel. God's chosen people. We own that. And we rock it with great pride because it's part of our culture. Just like how we rock fringes, that's a part of our culture. See what I'm saying? But of course, I'm not going to talk all goddamn day. We are going to get some information. And now this is part one because I'm just going to touch on it a little bit. I'm not going to be super, super long-winded. But next week, I'm going to give real artifacts, real archaeology, to show you that the Shield of David is not a God that we serve. But I will show you the gods that people bring up every time. No matter what you say, by the end of this, by the end of part 2 next Wednesday, people still going to be looking at it as a star. You see what I'm saying? As a ball of gas, because that's really what a star is, or someone that is exalted, someone that's on a high level of fame. You see what I'm saying? So before we get into that, let's get into the security announcements. Go ahead,
Come. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister.
Yeah.
When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months.
They are off limits for 6 months. All right. When someone new comes into class, like for example, right? You're a new student, right? Let's say if a new sister comes in here and she's not married, right? You kind of got a thing for her. You're attracted to her or something like that, right? Y'all both got to wait y'all 6 months before anybody can, y'all got to do y'all 90 days. See what I'm saying? Y'all got to wait a certain period of time before y'all can think about doing anything. See what I'm saying? All right. So that's how it goes. Okay. Keep going.
They are to be saluted only.
They are supposed to be saluted only, meaning shalom. How you doing, sir? Shalom. That's it. See what I'm saying? Or you say shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Alathan, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, which is the greeting, and I'll give you that information towards the end of class. All right. I swear, keep going.
They are here to shed themselves of the world.
Now, the reason why we have these rules set up because they are here to shed themselves of the world. All right. Man, I need some water. Go. You mind if I get some water from the deli downstairs? I'll give you the money for it. So I'm a little dry over there. I ate some food and yeah, just dried me up. I just want two water bottles. Thank you. Appreciate this. So read that one more time. Keep going.
They are to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it.
If they need transportation to class, like let's say that you're somewhere far and you're stuck, and you can't get here, that's when you call the head of the school, which is Officer Kunayala of the I.S.U.P.K. All right. That's the first in command in Minnesota. All right. Me being second in command. Otherwise, hit up I.S.U.P.K social media accounts and we will get to you. Okay. Keep going.
After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister.
So after you do those 6 months, first your 90 days, then you get permission to talk to this person. So that's for the 6 months. Now after that 6 months, if you believe that you want to be with this person, that's when you get the permission. You just don't go ahead and start, smashing anybody in here. You see what I'm saying?
He was telling me that too.
Exactly. You said you got in contact with I.S.U.P.K Chicago? God, no sweat. No sweat. So yeah, all right, keep going.
There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry.
They will get permission from the head to marry. And then that's it. You got you a wife, you got you a husband. Shalom. Most High in Christ is going to be a beautiful, marriage relationship. Just make sure that you are choosing wisely of who you marry.
Man. I got a problem. Like I don't mess with a lot of them, but I will cut a bro off so quick.
No sweat. But the thing is here.
Cool.
Right. No sweat. And just make sure when you want to say something, just raise your hand. Okay. No sweat. Yeah. Or say Salakia. Yeah. No sweat. I'll teach you. Don't worry about it. All right. So to add on to what you said, when we marry a sister, because sex is marriage. See what I'm saying? There ain't no piece of paper in here that says you're married. You know what I'm saying? But when you have sex with a woman, that's your wife until death. You can't throw it to the side. You can't be angry and be like, bitch, I don't want you no more. Goodbye. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? No matter where your emotions are, no matter where your mind is at, that's still your wife. When you're pissed off, upset, ready to end the whole entire relationship, just understand that's still your wife. But if you throw that woman away, meaning you just abandon her, you see what I'm saying? That's when you have sinned. That's when you have broken one of the law, statutes, commandments that Moses told us not to break. See what I'm saying? That's the law that our forefathers told us that we had to keep. So if we break that, we are in great trouble. See what I'm saying? Now the sister just might go around and do 100 rides. Might just start having sex with every man on the block. She might be the community whore. See what I'm saying? And you don't want that. You don't want to make a whore out of her. You don't want to make a fool out of yourself either. See what I'm saying? You want to say something? You good? I'm just looking at your body language. So I'm gonna get to your questions in a second. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it. I need you to get Amos 5:26. And you can write this down as well. Yep. And this is, once again, this is the shield of David. All right. Not the star of David, not, the 6-point star, the hexagon, and all that other, Christianity that people drove out here.
I just knew it as first.
Right.
The GDs used it. And then I started learning a little bit like Star of David.
Right. Yeah, well, that's just false out. And we definitely want to get into that. All right. You might open up that door, brother. You're welcome. All right. Yeah, so first scripture is Amos 5:26. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I appreciate that. Throughout this. Thank you a lot. All right, go ahead and get that out. Amos 5:26 is the scripture. Yeah, that's right. Amos, yep.
Come on.
What's going on?
I don't know where it is.
No sweat. Just looking in the table of contents. You have been way from. You got one? Okay, no sweat. Just all right. I'll show you where it's nearby. What other book is near? Joel's kind of short though, so it might be hard for you to find it. Yeah. So Amos is going to be by Joel and Obadiah, Hosea, Daniel. When you see Daniel, just keep going, just keep flipping. Okay. All right. But don't worry about it because we'll read it for you. All right. No sweat. No sweat. It's in there. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Amos chapter Amos chapter 5, verse 26. But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch. It's like Moloch,
whatever. Go ahead.
And Chium, your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves.
Stop right there. Read that one more time.
But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch.
You have borne the tabernacles of your Moloch, or whatever the hell that God name is. But what you got to understand is that you have made this house. Oh, what is a tabernacle? Go ahead.
A building.
It's a building. It's a building. It's a house. Keep going. Still can't find it? No, it's right there. Yeah. Go ahead. What's wrong? 5 and 26. Okay. So, but you have borne the tabernacle of Moloch and Chinun, however you said, your images. Okay. So what that is talking about is that this is a person that's being exalted to be on, be a famous person, a star. Like today, when we call people a star, what exactly do we mean? Are they a ball of gas? Are they? What does that mean? Go ahead.
Maybe what's coming out of their mouth is a ball of gas,
right?
But they may be like somebody who's a notable figure, or
right. Come. So yeah. So when we call somebody a star, what that means is that we are saying, like, this person is very important. He's famous. We're glorifying this person. See what I'm saying? I call people in the I.S.U.P.K celebrities. I'm like, I say, man, y'all brothers are like celebrities because y'all are doing such amazing work. Y'all are known from, around a lot of people. Like, for example, Captain Tazariak is like a star. See what I'm saying? Captain Katazai is like a star because these men shine. These men put in a lot of work, and because of it, they are very well known in the earth. See what I'm saying? When Captain Tazariak goes to state to state, people are like, oh my goodness, I know who you are. You don't want to be cutting up those conscious community cats. You see what I'm saying? Kemet in Egyptology. I call it Egyptology, but Egyptology, you know what that is, right?
I heard of Kemet too.
Right. Good. Yeah. So Captain Tazariak to the I.S.U.P.K, he kills all of them with that doctrine. You see what I'm saying? The black woman's guy, and see what I'm saying? You can eat your own sperm and some weird gay homosexual stuff. See what I'm saying? They are into a whole lot of evil stuff. You know what I mean? Like disgusting stuff. All right. And they also believe that the shield of David is also a star, and that's not true. It is a word. It is a signet. It is a signature from David himself, King David. Remind you, every king has their own signature. If people want to really break it down, your social security card has a signature. Your ID. Even America, every state has its own signature. Like, for example, what is America's signature? What is Babylon's signature? What is Rome's signature? Huh? Go ahead. The eagle. There you go. The eagle is the white man's signature. See what I'm saying? And ours happen to be the what?
Star.
Say it again.
Star of David.
The shield of David. No sweat. Don't worry about it. It's going to take a while. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying the shield of David.
The shield of David. You're damn right. And we're going to get into that. But read that scripture one more time.
Come. But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch and Chium, your images.
And so what happened was these people had made the tabernacle, made a house of a god, and that god was Molech. Can you open up that door, brother? The water. All right. Go ahead one more time.
But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch and chewed your images.
And chewed your images, okay? I want you to grab this right here. Hey, also grab this. Make sure you put on your headband, all right? All right. So keep going.
The star of your God, which ye made to yourselves.
Read that one more time.
But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch and chewed your images. The star of your God, which ye made to yourselves.
So the star of your God, which you have made for yourselves. Now, once again, where does it say that the shoot of David is the star of Moloch? Can anybody tell me that? Can anybody show me? Where does it say that this is? Go ahead, Al.
It's in the Israelite handbook 101.
There you go. Give him a hand. The brother said he said that where it says in the scriptures that the shield of David is, the star of Moloch is in the Israelites handbook. And I like the way he said handbook because they don't have Bibles. They have something else that's just made up of illusions and imaginary fairy tales. That's what they have. See what I'm saying? And I wore this shield on purpose. This shield pisses people off, and that's funny to me. I like it. You see what I'm saying? I want to say what Captain Katazai said, man. He said he throws extra shields on just to piss off Christians because it really makes them mad. They really believe that you're worshiping something. You're really disrespecting something. You know what I mean? When this is a part of our culture. It's very much as part of our culture, like the fringes. You see what I'm saying? What else am I missing? What is something else that Israel used very well, that we rock all the time? Oh, it's like our headpieces. I mean, what's a bandana and a headpiece? What's the similarities? Everything. We always wore something around our head. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Having the skull, having the crown of your head open. See what I'm saying? Like, people don't know what the hell they're talking about. They just think that, it's part of the Illuminati. You worship Satan, you worship the devil, things of that sort, and that's wrong. You see what I'm saying? Now, the Bible just said that the star of your God, which ye had made to yourselves. Now, did we make this to ourselves? No. Because where did it come from? King David. Nobody ever chastises King David, or no one ever battles about if King David made this or not, because this is part of his name. In Hebrew, which I'm gonna break down for you in a second. I want to break down it more next week, right? Next week I'm gonna show you where the actual symbol comes from, but I can just verbally tell you it's 3 syllables, it's 3 letters. You know what I mean? Dawa Da, which means David in the Hebrew. That's what that means. See what I'm saying? And when you separate, the letters, you see what I'm saying? And you put them together, you see that it gives you this symbol right here. See what I'm saying? It gives you this symbol, which is the shield of David. See what I'm saying? It's not something that we worship, shit like that. We ain't kissing on it. We ain't loving on it. We ain't worshiping on it. You see what I'm saying? People don't know what the hell worship means. Like, goddamn. But let me show you who Moloch is. Let me show you who Ramphram is. Before you get that, though, get Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 12. I mean, it's like 13 and 2. I need you to get that. All right?
Come on.
You got a phone on you? You can also, that's going to be in a different part of the Bible, the middle piece of the Bible, right? So look up Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 2, just to follow along, all right?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 2. But deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars
Hold on 1 second. Salaki. Let me catch up with you. Hold on. You're reading a little too fast. Start from the beginning.
Khan. But deemed either fire or wind, or the swift air, or the circle of the stars,
or the what?
Or the circle of the stars.
Or the circle of the stars, meaning that shape is not this shape. Yeah, that's it. Are you following along? Wisdom of Solomon 13:2, KJV.
They don't got no verses, and it just popped up.
Okay, you mind helping him out? No sweat. All right. So the shape of a star is just like a circle. It's at the circle of the stars, meaning a ball of gas. See what I'm saying? It's like it. When you look at a real star, it's a ball of gas. Its shape is not into any type of points, like the 6-point star that they actually draw. That's just dumb as hell. You see what I'm saying? So where is this coming from? It's coming from white people. It's coming from lies being brought into, the ears and minds of Black and Hispanic people, that they trying to follow, they trying to go against a symbol. You see what I'm saying? A signature that's a part of their nation, but thinking that it's something evil. You see what I'm saying? So when did it become a problem? When Black people started to wear it, as far as, niggas in the I.S.U.P.K, how come nobody was saying anything when the disciples was wearing it? How come anybody didn't say nothing when the white man started wearing it? Didn't he take our records? Didn't he try to copycat and plagiarize our culture? How come anybody say nothing about that then? Because they are not the real Jews. They are fake Jews. See what I'm saying? And Jewish, the ish part is kind of alike, like the show Blackish. It's not saying black, it's saying blackish, kind of alike. See what I'm saying? And you know what? That's a perfect name for the show, because not everybody on that show is a Hebrew. You got Diana Ross' daughter, who's the mother of the show. She's a devil. Her father's white. And then you got the little girl from Minnesota with the curly, pretty hair. I thought she was a sister. She's an Arab from Minnesota. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So blackish, that's right, kind of alike. Not there. You're not nigga. See what I'm saying? Only two niggas is the father and the son. That's it. And that kind of makes sense. You ask me. But read that one more time from the side.
But deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent.
Go ahead.
What chapter and verse is it?
13:2. Keep going.
Or the violent water or the lights of heaven, to be the gods which govern the world.
To be the gods which govern the world. Now, how come every time it speaks of the word star, you hear the word God in the same scripture? Is that a coincidence? Where's the shield of David being a star at? See what I'm saying? Now, okay, here's something that everybody's minds need to be blown about, right? Let me help you all out. Let me get this for you. If you go into the Zondervan's, right, and you look up these two gods, right? You go into the Zondervan's pictorial Bible dictionary, and you go to page 550. Now, when you go to this page, what you're going to figure out, you see what I'm saying? What you're going to find out is that these gods is not related to the God that they say is of the shield of David. There's no similarities. There's no connection. See what I'm saying? All right, give me a second. Right here. Moloch, whatever the hell it is. A goddamn heathen god. Go ahead and read that. That's page 550. Go ahead.
I was going to say, what is, I hear people say Yahoo. What is the
You said
correct
Yahshua?
No, Yahoo. I heard people say Yahoo.
Yeah, because that's a correct way of saying Yahweh's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call him, you might hear people say Yahweh, which is for God, when the Most High's real name is Yahweh. See what I'm saying? Not Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yeshua, whatever. It's none of that. You see what I'm saying? The Most High's name is Yahweh, and Christ, so-called Jesus Christ, as the world knows him, his real name is Yahweh Shai. All right, which was also in the Bible. Go ahead.
Moloch or Molech, a heathen god worshipped especially by the Ammonites.
Read that one more time.
A heathen god worshipped especially by the Ammonites.
A heathen god worshipped by the Ammonites. Really? Really? I don't hear no shit of David at all. It's a heathen god that was worshipped. Anybody that worships a god, you know what I mean? You know, it will tell you. You see what I'm saying? Like this God is not who they say the shield of David is supposed to be. See what I'm saying? First of all, shield of David is not a person. You know what I mean? It's a signature, but it came from a person. He was a king, like every king. Like if you go into the book of Esther, which we are going to get into, all right? The book of Esther, it shows you that the king had a seal to mark the letter, to send out something. That's how all kings did it back then. That's how presidents do it. They have their own signature. You see what I'm saying? And they send out letters. They send it even with the letters, the books, even when you watch movies, even a judge. A judge would smack down something on a piece of paper, or they use that red stuff. You know what I mean? That red stuff to seal up a book. That's the same thing. It's a signature. It was always a symbol, always a letter, something like that in there. And that's what the shield of David is. It's Hebrew. Just the character, the letters are just together to form up the shield. And it's very unique. That's why it's so glorified in the earth to this day, because it's so unique. I try to put my name together. You know what I mean? I got four syllables. You know, Macabre, yeah, but it's like Macabre, yeah. But like when you separate the letters, you know what I mean? I try to put it together. That should look ugly as hell. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
SKYPE, I found out that was like some sort of form, like a magic, where they take certain letters out of a name to make a symbol.
Right, something like that. Right. Come. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, though, when you look at the Dawah, you really put it together, it looks the same as the shield. As the letters, you see what I'm saying? But people out here are so hooked on Christianity that they believe that, once again, it's something satanic. You see what I'm saying? Now you can drop that. I'm gonna get the other God later. I'm gonna get Ramfram and who Ramfram is. So as you see in these 20 minutes of class, we understand that a star is a ball of gas, and a star is someone who is famous, who is exalted in the earth. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, Yahweh Shai is a king. Is he not? King Solomon was a king, was he not? You see what I'm saying? And if you look at the lineage of Matthew, the first chapter, what does it tell you? It tells you where Christ came from. It tells you his lineage. And that's very important as well. You see why? I mean, you see why though? Why is that important that Christ was mentioned in the first chapter of Matthew, as far as the lineage? Go ahead.
That it was prophesied of what lineage that he would come from.
It was prophesied with a lineage that he would come from, and with him coming from that, Christ wouldn't be able to, go ahead, Al.
So like, I was just gonna say that they mentioned him because it was important to know whose lineage it was speaking of.
Exactly. Same reason why when they spoke about King Solomon, everybody knew, who his father was. Everybody knew where he came from. You see what I'm saying? Another thing is too, King David built something for the nation of Israel. Like, he did so much work. He warred up against Israel, our own people, to stop, the beef that was going on between Judah and Ephraim. You see what I'm saying? He also, made it to where King Solomon didn't have to do a goddamn thing but sit in his father's spot once he left. See what I'm saying? And that's the glory that we celebrate, because there's history behind the shield. I'm gonna get a lot more into this. I'm gonna get into where how the shield is really represented in a lot of places. How they find old records of the Hebrews, and they have the shield of David on it. See what I'm saying? There are very, very ancient and important artifacts as well, as far as paintings that we have of ourselves, right? And they have the shield of David all over the prophets, on their clothing. You see what I'm saying? You know, like jewelry. You see what I'm saying? On stones when they write, all that. So you can't tell me that this came from a white man. This came from the devil and Satan and all that weird garbage shit that they be saying. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead and get Revelations 22 and 16.
Come on.
And if anybody doesn't know what a star is, once again, we're going to keep bringing it out until Christianity has ran out of your damn mind. Revelations 22 and 16 is where we're going at.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 16. I, YAHANNA, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches.
So YAHANNA sent over an angel to a certain place to get some things in order. All right. And the churches is just another word for school. And the I.S.U.P.K, we say school because that's what it is. Okay. Go ahead.
I am the root and the offspring of David.
Say that one more time.
I am the root and the offspring of David.
He is the root and the offspring of David. Now David is not his actual father, but he came from the same lineage. So the same blood that runs in our veins is the same blood that Christ had in his veins. We have the same father, but of course we got nothing but different mothers and shit. You know what I mean? Because our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is our father. Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, that is our father. See what I'm saying? So even Jacob comes from the same lineage. We all come from the same lineage. The prophets. See what I'm saying? Go ahead. Yeah, give them a hand for that shit we got on. All right? You rock that shit with glory. You rock it until somebody speaks up about it and you cut the shit out of them and let them know, look here. Hey, this is part of my culture. It's not no white man's necklace. It's not Molak and Branfram. I always say, who's that? What's that? And they be like, it's what's around your neck. I said, can you show me? Can you prove it? They be like, nah, then shut up then. Be quiet. Move around before I hurt your feelings with these scriptures. See what I'm saying? If you ain't got no information to back up what you're talking about, then everything that you're saying is false and it has no value. So you got to just move around, because if you question me about the shield of David, I'll let you know what it is. I have no problem with that. But once you think you know something about what's around my neck, I'm going to let you know that you're wrong. And that's it. All right? I'm an asshole. So go ahead and read that one more time.
Come on. I, YAHANNA, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David.
He's the root and the offspring of David. Keep going.
And the bright and morning star.
Read that one more time.
And the bright and morning star.
And the bright and morning star. Can anybody tell me what that is talking about? Is it saying that he is a god? Is it saying that he's Moloch, Ranfram, any other heathen god out here? What is that saying? Go ahead.
He the famous one of the house of David.
You're damn right. He is famous. Well, he's not the most famous one, but he's pretty famous. They're all famous. These prophets are famous, but Christ is the Son. You see what I'm saying? Christ is a man with glory. Why does he have glory? Because of the job, the work that he did for his people. This man, the greatest man to walk the face of the earth. That's why he's important. Read that one more time. He shines like a star because he's well known. He's famous. Everybody knew him. You see what I'm saying? The Christians, the poor, the rich. You see what I'm saying? The wealthy, the not so wealthy. You see what I'm saying? The healthy and not so healthy. We all knew who Christ was. Everybody knows who Christ was. These heathens even knew who Christ was. You see what I'm saying? That's why they have fake images of him everywhere in every religion. I don't care what anybody says. Muslims even worship the white Jesus. Go ahead. Yeah.
I, Yahawashi, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David.
He is the root and the offspring of David. See what I'm saying? He came from the same lineage as David did. See what I'm saying? That would be about 14 generations. Yeah, 14 generations, all right? Go to Numbers 24 and 17. If y'all want to speak up or ask any questions in the next couple of minutes, I'll give you all the floor, all right? All right. Yep, Numbers 24 and 17 is where we're heading at. So a star is someone that is, a star is like a compliment. Oh, man, you a star, you shining over there. I see you, man. See what I'm saying? Also slang that we use too is like, I call my brother son. See what I'm saying? Hey, son, man, you over there shining, like a star over there. You know what I mean? You hot, you know what I mean? Like not hot like in a gay way, but like you on fire right now. You see what I'm saying? like I remember like in the 80s and the 90s, that's how rappers used to talk to each other. Like, hey son, you over there shining and shit. You know what I mean? Like you doing big things. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Just like when they talk about giants, is that when they talk about giants in the scripture, is giants?
Yes. Right.
Like, is that meaning similar to how what a star would be called?
No. Giants was someone that's tall. Go ahead.
That's like if you are out here and you talking to people, like, man, you big out here, you giant.
Right. Like Andre the Giant. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like y'all watch that broccoli commercial. It was called I want to say Evergreen. Is that it? That broccoli commercial with that green character, that tall tree looking man, green as hell, like a giant like that. Someone that's tall. Yeah. Someone that's tall. You see what I'm saying? Like Captain Tazariak, he's 6'4". He's a giant. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Shaq.
Shaq for sure.
Kevin
Durant, LeBron James. Right. This man would be considered a giant because how tall are you are?
Well, they say I'm 6'2", but I'm 6'3".
He thinks he's 6'3". He don't trust the white man.
The last 2 times I went, they said I was 6'3", but now I shrunk somehow. Now I'm 25.
Well, hey, shit, it happens, but you still a giant though. You see what I'm saying? Me, I'm a midget. All right. I'm only like 5 something, but I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna, teach this truth like a giant. All right, and do a lot of amazing works for the Most High and for my people. See what I'm saying? And keep wearing the shield of David. I'm gonna keep buying them and wearing them, rocking them everywhere. See what I'm saying? So people would know what the hell this really is. See what I'm saying? I get tired of people saying like, what's that on your headband? What's this? What's that on your jacket? What's that on, around your neck? Don't say more like, do not say it. But I dare them to. You know what I mean? I just feel okay, no sweat. All right. Say if I hear M, oh man, it's on. I'm gonna let you know where you fucked up at. But next week I'm gonna go real deeper into it, okay? I just wanted to verbally speak about this mostly, and I'm gonna give the proof. We can talk all day until our faces are blue, but that's not gonna help our people, right? But the scriptures and the proof, the actual history behind it, we are gonna get, okay? This is a little light right here, all right? Go ahead and get that though.
Numbers chapter 24, verse 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob.
Let's read that one more time.
There shall come a star out of Jacob.
There shall come a star out of Jacob. There shall come a star out of Jacob. Really? And who is that star? Who's that ball of gas it's speaking about? There is no ball of gas. It's a great man with glory and honor. And his name is Yahawashi, the Mashiach. All right? That's who it is. That star. That man who is very well known who is on, you know, who is really in everybody's goddamn religion, which is disgusting. That's very, very profane. It's very vile to even do that. You see what I'm saying? The white person that they call Yahawashi is not Yahawashi. It's a black man that came out of the loins of a black man, and that is going to rule just like these black men that were in power. King Solomon, King David, he's going to rule just like them. And he's going to have the shield on him. He is going to rock that shield. He is going to acknowledge that shield. And he is going to let everybody know that, look, even a nigga named Yahawashi got the shield on. What's up? You see what I'm saying? What's up? That's it. All right. Go ahead and I want you to get 2nd Ezra 10 and 22 out. That's why people need to stay off drugs. You see what I'm saying? Drugs is really, really bad for kids. It's really bad for adults. It doesn't let you think so consciously. See what I'm saying? You want it to be so right. Everybody want the shield of David to be a God that's being worshipped. They want it to be Moloch, Ramphram, and all that other shit. And I just be like, y'all say the same shit. Everybody says this. Every fake Israelite group and everything. Like, there's an Israelite group that don't rock shields. And I understand. Because you don't know the Bible. You don't know your true language. You don't know your real culture or heritage. So I understand why you don't wear it. And they should not wear it anyway. Because they don't deserve that at all. The men in the I.S.U.P.K, we deserve to wear whatever is in the Bible, wherever our people wore, rocked, and how they lived their life. That's why we rock braids. We rock warlike apparel. See what I'm saying? Also, with the word shield. Shield was not just a signature, but it was a way that protected our people. You see what I'm saying? A shield actually means to protect. You know what I mean? The shield of David. The protection of David. All right, go ahead. 2nd Ezra 10 and 22.
Come on, 2nd Ezra chapter 10, verse 22. Our psaltery is laid on the ground.
Say that one more time.
Our psaltery is laid on the ground.
Our psaltery is laid on the ground.
Our song is put to silence.
Read that one more time.
Our psaltery is laid on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Our song is put to silence.
Mm-hmm.
Our rejoicing is at an end.
Our rejoicing is at an end.
The light of our candlestick is put out.
Now, what this is talking about is how we lost the honor, how the things that we represent. See what I'm saying? If you want to talk about the shield, if you want to talk about the menorah, if you want to talk about the braids being our culture, no shape ups, having that rough little look, the beards. If you want to talk about the fringes, all those things have been profane. All those things have been perverted in the earth. Okay? So our heritage, our culture is put to sleep. It's at silence. No one knows where it's at. No one can see it. No one, when I said they can't see it, meaning when they look at brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K and they see them wear certain things in a different way, you see what I'm saying? When they see certain things, Shalom, Lord Christ, when they see certain things, they don't recognize that it's ours. They think it's the white man's. They think it's somebody else's. All right, keep going.
The Ark of our covenant is spoiled.
The Ark of our covenant is spoiled. Now, what is the Ark of the covenant? The Ark of the covenant is that thing that Jeremiah had hold of, where it's somewhere in the mountain right now, sealed up. You heard that word, sealed up? Because it is somewhere sealed up. That the Ark of the Covenant was, it was very important things that we had in a wooden, I believe it was like a wooden box. You see what I'm saying? And it was very things that we took with us, that we had in our land with us. So it's right now hidden somewhere in the mountain. Okay, keep going.
Our holy things are defiled.
Our holy things are defiled. Shalom, Yahweh, sir. Go ahead.
And the name that is called upon us is almost profane.
And the name that's called upon us is almost profane. Keep going.
Our children are put to shame.
Our children are put to shame.
Our priests are burnt.
Say that one more time.
Our priests are burnt.
Our priests are burnt. What does that talk about? The washed up Christians. See what I'm saying? The pastors that want to sell you out for any type of gain. See what I'm saying? If that means that they need to tell you that abortion is lawful, they will say that. They will tell you. If that means you don't need to keep the laws, they will do that for that little bag of money. Now, read back to the men, the young men. It's like before children are put to shame. Read that part. Got it?
Our children are put to shame. Our priests are burnt.
So our priests are put. It's like our children are put to shame. And keep going.
Our Levites are gone into captivity.
Our Levites have gone into captivity. Keep going.
Our virgins are defiled.
Our virgins are defiled. What that means is when our virgins are defiled, meaning our women decide to be whores out here. They decide to give themselves to multiple men instead of one man. Our women are defiled. See what I'm saying? You see the way sisters act on Facebook these days? How they are just ratchet out here. Have no respect for each other. Out here want to fight everybody, want to be so-called independent. And our young men, they are no different. That's in the world. What are they doing? They are making whores out of our sisters. They are homosexuals out here. Go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say, if I could add something to it too, like how are our kids put to shame? Like how are we put to shame? How are our children? How are they put to shame? By being educated in sin,
right,
wickedness,
right,
by the white man.
That's right.
Like all the things he's saying is a result of the white man. Everything that you see our children display that's disgusting, that's wrong, that's ill, that's disturbing, that's shameful.
Right.
Men pants hanging all the way down their behind. Men dressing up like women. Women dressing up like men. Women out here with their whole ass hanging out, the breasts hanging out. That's a result of what the white man has taught us. The culture and the customs that he oppressed upon us.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how the children get shed. And there was another one that said our Levites was what?
Put into captivity.
Put into captivity. Who's the Levites? When they're saying Levites, they're not just talking about people from the tribe of Levi.
Right.
They're not just saying, yo, the Levites are enslaved. When they say, yo, our Levites is locked up, what does they say? Go ahead and take a crack at it.
Like meaning our priests.
There you go, get that brother hand. That's exactly what they say. They say our priests is all locked up.
Right.
Just like right now, when you go to the penitentiary, what do you see? All the brothers locked up.
That's right.
If you do go to where the Levites are, which are the what tribe? Levites are the
Levites are the Haitians.
The Haitians. If you go to Haiti, then what are you going to see in the penitentiaries in Haiti? They've been in here for 4 to 8 years and they never even had a trial yet.
Right.
All right. They penitentiaries are terrible. When it says that our priest is locked up, I mean, when the Levites are locked up, they talk about the priests.
Right.
All right. All the priests is in prison. And that's why it's so important that we penetrate the penitentiary in each state, all across the country and outside of the country. Because with over 2.3 million black men in the penitentiary, that's where all our priests and prophets are at. You understand?
Right.
Don't ever forget that when YAHANNA started collecting his brothers, the 12 disciples that followed him, the 11 that stayed down, half of them brothers was coming out the penitentiary.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They was brothers that was already in jail.
Right.
They was gangsters. You understand what I'm saying? They wasn't soft. They wasn't gay. They wasn't none of that shit. They was gangsters.
Right.
So you see these brothers out here that's being put to shame by the white man. You understand? And another thing they do to put us to shame too is they only put the black people on television that do something wrong.
That's true.
You never see them putting the black child prodigies on the news. Right. You never see them taking the black musicians that do something extremely damn near. If you're a musician, that's the best chance you got to be seen in a good light. But what about all of the mathematicians and all of the kids that can spell with backwards, forward in 2-3 different languages?
Right.
What about all of the scientists, the kid prodigies that are black and scientists? You never hear about them and don't know that they exist.
Right.
You know why? Because they're too busy showing you little Pookie on wet that shot his brother in the face.
Right.
They're too busy showing you little Eric and them that was starving in the goddamn ghetto because they refused to give his mother some assistance and his father a job.
Right.
And they take him and they put him all over the damn news as a criminal.
Right.
To instill more fear into society so they can extort you and take money out of your check to keep more niggas locked up in jail.
Right, come.
That's why the Levites are locked up, and that's how they shame the children as well.
That's right. Come. That's right. And that's the point that Adawan made, because like there's sisters that, you know, young girls like 8 years old, 13 years old, that made you know, products that we see in our stores right now.
That's right.
Like there's an organic drink that starts with a K. I can't pronounce it, but a little girl made this. You see what I'm saying? And she sold the company to a white person, of course. You know what I mean? Her parents put her up to it, but no one talks about that. See what I'm saying? She made her family rich because off of that. They don't speak about that. They always speak about our downfalls. See what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of great accomplishments. You want to say something? Okay, no sweat. Go ahead. Keep going, though.
I was going to say Kool-Aid.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sloppy. Our priests are burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Our Levites are gone into captivity.
Mm-hmm.
Our virgins are defiled.
Our women are defiled.
And our wives ravished.
Our women are ravished. Keep going.
Our righteous men carried away.
Mm-hmm.
Our little ones destroyed.
Now, this was just said. Like, our righteous men are carried away. Like, also the precept in Isaiah, when it speaks about that, our men will be in prison homes, prison houses. That's your penitentiary. That's your jailhouse. That's the 2 million men being in the jail system to this day. If there's not niggas in the jail system, what happens? Money is not being made for the white man. Just a couple of last year, police department was complaining that there was not enough black people to fill up the cells, and that's all for money. And this is a real article. Go investigate and look at that. It was such a disgusting article. All right, keep going.
Khan. Our young men are brought in bondage.
Our young men are brought into bondage. You see what I'm saying? You got grown men coming out of the penitentiary, but they went in as little children, shooting up the block, killing each other, committing, you know, all horrible criminal acts. You see what I'm saying? But understand that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's
you know what I'm saying? He puts us in positions to, you know, want to kill each other, to want to, you know, commit crimes. So, you know, it's really a setup. See what I'm saying? The poverty that we are in endorses the violence that happens in the black community.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And our strong men are become weak.
And our strong men have become weak. You see what I'm saying? All the men that we look up to out here, we thought that they were strong. We thought that they were going to endure. And what happens? They get weak off of drugs. They get weak off of that alcohol. They get weak from a woman taking, you know, that man's soul. You see what I'm saying? They get weak by, you know, joining hands in hands with the white man and his wives. I mean, his woman. Disgusting. That's how our men became weak. See what I'm saying? Instead of you coming to the UPK, you want to go join a church. That's fine. I don't want a Christian in here. A Christian is not allowed in here. See what I'm saying? Keep going. You want to say something?
Yeah, if I was going to say something, I was going to say the whole entire slavery that we're in a whole, all across the country, outside the country, is only because of one thing, and it's because we joined the other nations.
That's right. Come.
We took on their culture and their customs and covered ourselves in the leaves that what they study and what they do. That is why we're destroyed as a people right now.
Right.
As Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, we wouldn't be in the condition we was in now if we didn't take on their culture and their customs, like the brother said.
Right.
Officer McCarthy is touching on something seriously heavy. Everything that you see us destroyed in is because we took on what it is that they do. Do you understand? Instead of doing what God told us to do. Yahweh already had the path for us.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He already laid down all the laws, all the statutes, all the commandments. He taught us how to eat. He taught us how to raise our kids. He taught us how to treat our wives. He taught the wives how to treat their husbands. He taught everything that we needed to know. He already had all of the instructions and gave it to his prophets and priests and passed it down to us.
That's right.
But just like black folk, you know what I'm saying, we're stiff-necked people.
Right.
And we wanted to go into other things that we was not supposed to go into. And when we did that, we left up under that hedge that he had for us. The protection, the refuge that we have when we're in one body.
That's right.
When we're in sync, under one doctrine, one philosophy, one God, moving at one accord. When we left from up under that, we got messed up, man. That's it. Because there is no protection outside of the body of Christ. When you leave outside of the I.S.U.P.K and you leave this doctrine, you leave this philosophy that the Lord left you, you have no more protection.
That's right.
You have no more protection at all. You know, that's why it says in the scriptures that what? It's better that a person never knew the truth than for him to know the truth and walk away from the truth. Why is that? Because to he that only knows a little, there's going to be small lashes. But to he who what? Knows more, there's going to be many lashes. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, but this is scripture.
Right.
Why? Because to whom much known, much is also required.
Right. So
no matter how far you stray away, you'll have to get back, or worse things will happen to you.
Right.
So us as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, like the brother McConnell was saying, have to get back to our culture and customs so that we can get up out of this goddamn slavery that we in. Because as long as we stay out here doing what we not supposed to do, we're going to continue to die, continue to go to jail, continue to catch AIDS, continue to be drug addicts, continue to make excuses to be drug addicts and women beaters and molesters and everything else under the sun that's disgusting and a goddamn abomination to y'all while y'all shine. You understand? Right. So what the brother was touching on is deep. Right. So just be careful when you run around with them dreadlocks in your head. Remember what that represents. Right. Be careful when you run around trying to get just one more tattoo on your neck and on your eyeballs and everything else. Remember that this is not of us. That's of Satan, the devil. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all taking on a European, Eurocentric culture. Kanye West is a perfect example. Very, very important. Yeah. If you bring out Kanye West, he just was in TMZ losing his goddamn mind. Yeah, expecting somebody to be sympathetic. and Lord knows there was one Jake in the room. And he went soft, but he did the best that he could to try to let the brother know that he clearly was making a mistake. Right. You know what I'm saying? Supporting an enemy. The only thing that brother dropped off, I'm tell you, he dropped one bomb. He told him, man, you standing next to somebody who means harm upon you. Right? And the Lord says, never trust our enemies. Right. To hate the white man is to love your brother. That's right. If you don't hate the white man, you don't love your brother. Right. If you don't hate Christmas, you don't love your brother. Right. If you don't hate Easter, you don't love your brother. If you don't hate, give me another one. Valentine's Day. You hate your brother. If you don't, what's another one? 4th of July. 4th of July. What's the one the girls really like? Birthday. Mother's Day. It's like your Mother's Day. There you go. That's the one I'm looking for. If you don't hate Mother's Day, then you hate your goddamn brother. Right. And you hate your sister. And you hate all black people. You're a hypocrite and you're a disgusting disgrace to your ancestors and to the Most High. That's right. Jesus does not know your heart. He does not love you. You do not have a personal relationship with God. Right. You are a goddamn wicked devil. That's right. Period. And I don't care how many goddamn head wraps you get and Yahweh Shamars or whatever else you do, you still ain't nothing but a goddamn devil in disguise. Right. A wolf in sheep's clothing. That's right. Go ahead, bro. That's right. Hey, give him another one. That's right. You sure you want to come up here? No. Oh, okay, that's right. All right. I want you. You know, I'm just used to read my name. Yeah, God, I want you to grab the word signature. All right. So, yeah, what I was going to say about that is, you know, with this bringing this out, it's very important because you're going to see how we lost our honor with the shield of David. All right. Right. Once again, next week, we're going to get more into it. But I'm just giving you a little bit. I'm not trying to give you every single thing because when I bring out everything, I got to break it all down for you. All right. But we have to understand what
what context is. You got to understand that the shield of David, once again, is a signature only. That's it. It's not a god. We're not worshiping it. We're not kissing it like the rock that these disgusting Muslims kiss on. You see what I'm saying? We're not, you know, holding it all in our hands to pray like they do with the cross. We're not, you know, perverting this, but the white man has. People use this for, you know, their own gain. They use it in games. You see what I'm saying? So-called disciples. They use it for, you know, their own rituals and things of that sort. That's not what it's used for, man. Go ahead and you got the word signature?
Come.
All right, let's understand what signature means, all right? Go ahead.
Signature, sign, seal.
Read that one more time.
To sign. To sign. Seal.
To seal.
The act of signing one's name. That the name of a person written.
Just stop, because all I needed was a seal. You see what I'm saying? A signature is a seal. Once again, your driver's license has a signature on it that says Minnesota. That's the seal. What else? Your birth certificate. What else is your driver's license? I mean, I already said the driver's license. Your car, like the Toyota sign. You see what I'm saying? Like this, yeah, your passport. All that has a signature. See what I'm saying? You go to different states. They have their own signature. That's how you know where you're at. You see what I'm saying? The white man, once again, when you look at Rome, when you look at Babylon, when you look at America, their seal is the eagle. Look at the money.
That's right.
Look at, you know, the gods that they worship. You see what I'm saying? The so-called pyramid. All right, that is their seal. That's where you know where this comes from. But the shield of David comes from the Israelites only. Once again, next week we'll get more information on it. But go ahead and finish that scripture off, all right? So y'all still got questions? All right, I'm gonna get to y'all questions, y'all. I told y'all I said y'all some time. All right, go ahead.
2nd Esdras chapter 10, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And which is the greatest of all?
Mm-hmm.
The seal of Zion.
The seal of Zion. Read that one more time.
And which is the greatest of all?
Stop right there. It's like also right. Give me that scripture in Esther about the king that gave that sealed up that paper, a book for Haman. All right, the heathen. Read that one more time.
It
should be Esther the 8th chapter. Read that one more time. Go ahead.
And which is the greatest of all?
Which is the greatest of all?
The seal of Zion.
The seal of Zion, meaning the shield of David is that greatest thing that we have, because it came from a great man named King David, who did wonderful acts for the Most High and for his nation as well. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Hath now lost her honor.
Read that one more time.
The seal of Zion hath now lost her honor.
Now, in today's society, in 2018, the seal has lost its honor. Why? Because people are using it for, you know, satanic purposes. They have perverted everything, just like the white man perverts everything that we have. You see what I'm saying? The white man calls it his own now. He calls the fringes his own. When he's doing everything goddamn wrong, he looks silly and disgusting. You see what I'm saying? They perverted the image of who? Christ and the prophets. Y'all got to check out this book. I'm trying to get this book. It costs a lot of goddamn money. All right? It's called The Russian Icon. The Russian Icon holds the true images of how the prophets look. Paul, Daniel, John, Christ. You see what I'm saying? Book costs like $800 or more. And Captain Kakasai said once he taught about it a couple of times, at first it was only like almost like maybe $100. But after like 2 years, that went up to like $1,000 and some dollars. See what I'm saying? When there's another book out there that holds records of the Native Americans, more information as far as the Black Indians, right? The book Black Indians, there's more information going in depth of what Christopher Columbus did to our people, holding records, holding months of records, you know what I mean? Like months and month records about our people, and far more information about that, how they are the true children of Israel. Now, the things that are close to us, the artifacts, the Ark of the Covenant, all these things have been perverted, profaned, and it also has lost its honor. That's why in the I.S.U.P.K we teach these classes so we can get that honor back.
That's
We
right.
rock these shields. We don't rock crosses. We rock these shields. You damn right we do. See what I'm saying? Because back then we used to have it all over the place. There's tablets with the commandments that had the shield on it. There is other things that we, you know, when we wrote on the walls, when we wrote on certain things, you see what I'm saying? We had the shield. And plus we also had it on our clothing as well. They don't tell you that. All right? Is that it on that? Go ahead.
The seal of Zion hath now lost her honor, for she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us.
Now, who's the one that hate us? Who are we delivered to right now? And I hear a precept in this. Can anybody get it? Go ahead.
The white man.
The white man, okay. Now, what's the precept to this? How do we know that this is the one that hates us? I hear two precepts. Go ahead.
Is it Psalms 83 and 5?
I'll take it, yes. What else? I'll take that. It's very simple. Go ahead.
Is it Deuteronomy 28 and 68?
No. But that's proof that they do hate us because they had us in slavery, but something stronger than that. Job 9 and 24. Ezekiel 35 and 5. Does anybody know what the scripture says? If you don't, you should grab it. Go ahead.
Was that the one with the earth's giving into the hand of the wicked?
There you go. Give him a hand. That's right. Job 9 and 24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and they cover the face of the judges thereof. That's proof right there of their hatred. That's proof that that's the one that hates us. And once again, this is on topic because they cover the true meaning of what the shield of David really is and what it means to Black and Hispanic Native American people. They tell you it's a star, but a star is a ball of gas, or, you know, a star is just like a, you know, a compliment you give to a person. You're shining, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Or it could be a star like Will Smith.
Right.
Or Gucci Mane.
Right.
Or what's the little nigga's name? Get your wrist, what's they called? The Amigos.
Right. Those type of stars.
Yeah, it might be a star like that too. You know what I'm saying? And plus a star that, if I could.
Go ahead, sir.
I got it?
Yeah, you got it,
No
sir.
slaves.
I ain't going to kick you
out.
out.
A star is a shape that has 5 points to it.
Right.
It's a shape that has 5 points to it.
Right.
Even the white man who was the devil the Bible speaks of, in America, called what they call the 6-point star hexagram. The shape, when it was made into a shape, it was called a hexagram. It was never called a star.
Right.
But like it says in the scriptures that what? Look, the white man is full of deceit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The word devil means deceiver.
Right.
You understand? So the white man is the deceiver, the great deceiver. He calls it a star, so you don't know it's a shield, so you don't know it's a seal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just covering it up. He's a deceiver.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
But the Lord is not the what?
The Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
The Most High is not the author of confusion.
There you go. So you know that right there, once you see there's some confusion going on, you know the devil had his hand somewhere up in it.
That's right.
Because the Lord is not the author of confusion.
That's right. That's right.
And his truth is what's going to set you free.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Come.
Go ahead.
Come. And also, you know, I want to get who the guys that was mentioned, Molak, Chinu, I believe his name is. I wanted to show how these guys,
The guys of Molak?
Yeah, Molak, yeah. I want you to get that scripture again, Amos 5 and 26, one more time.
Come.
Let me just grab this for you real quick. Right? Because these are gods that people have exalted. These are gods of heathens. You see what I'm saying? Once again, you can't find anything that says, you know, that says anything about King David or the shield of David being a god at all. All right? Read that one more time. Once again, there's confusion out there. If it's not of the Most High, if it's not of the Bible, then it's really of Satan. And we all have to understand that. We listen to every goddamn lie, but don't look for the truth. And that's the problem with Black people. You see what I'm saying? That's why people always hype up the wrong things. See what I'm saying? But God is white. Jesus is white. Where is that in the Bible? Well, that's a white man's book. Who told you that? A white man? Who told you that? Another black man? No, that's not true. All right? I mean, it should be common sense that you believe that you're from Africa, but you don't believe that you are a chosen, people from the Most High. That's from Jerusalem, Israel. How's that so? That doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? You say you don't believe in what the white man tells you, but he tells you that you are Africans, and you run with that.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You run with that. You run with that image. You run with that, what they call the mark of the beast. See, go ahead.
If I could expound on what you're saying.
Yeah,
one of the reasons why they wanted to call you an African was not just because you resemble them or because they stole you and sold you from Africa.
Right.
But also because it gives you a sense of security.
Exactly.
As a person who does not know who he is, who she is, where you come from, where you came from, or where in the hell you're going, if we just tell you that you're African, it gives you a sense of security. Right. It gives you a sense that somewhere out there, I do have a homeland.
Right.
I do have a military somewhere out there.
Right.
I do have my own somewhere.
Yeah.
Because every Negro that's in America in slavery knows that he don't have shit of his own.
Right.
He don't have his own name. He doesn't have his own clothing.
Right.
He doesn't have his own diamonds. He doesn't have his own petroleum. He doesn't have his own land. He doesn't own anything.
That's right.
So the white man, being deceitful, once again, being the devil the Bible speaks of, has an opportunity to give you some ownership. So what he says is here, I'll give you this. You're an African.
Right.
Ignore the fact that Africa is a continent with over 50 different countries in it.
Come.
Okay, with over 10,000 different goddamn ethnic groups in each country.
Right.
That speak 16,000 different damn languages.
Come.
Just ignore all of that. Ignore all the different tribes and different creeks and crevices that you could have came from.
It's crazy.
Bushes you could have came from. Don't worry about it. Just African. Africa.
Wakanda.
Africa.
Right.
Ownership.
Right.
You're not a slave, you're African.
Damn.
Because the Africans aren't slaves,
right.
Are they? The Africans have land of their own. They have their own sugar industry, diamond industry, petroleum industry.
Right. Right.
They have their own fruits and vegetable and meat industry, even though they eat bats and cats and rats and all kind of defiled ass meat. But they have their own industry. They're not slaves.
Right.
Negro. No, excuse me. African American. You're not a slave. Of course you have ownership to something.
Right.
Just be an African. Well, which one? Hell, it doesn't matter. Does it?
Right.
Color doesn't matter. Tribes doesn't matter. Well, where are you from? Well, my father's from Ireland. He's an Irish. And, you got all your history, though. White man got all his history. He can go all the way back to goddamn Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob according to him. And tell you who he is, where he's from, where his mother's from. Hell, they can tell you where the dog comes from. They can tell you where the German Shepherd and the Pit Bull was created, where they come from, how to breed them, what two dogs they took to put together, but they can't tell you who you are.
Right.
And they're the people that are responsible for stealing and selling you.
Right.
The white man is the goddamn devil in the Bible.
That's right.
And it's time for you brothers to get up in here and to stand for this damn truth. These men that are standing before you today are prophets and priests of the Most High, whether you know it or not. These brothers are here to give you something that you can only get from a prophet and priest of the Most High.
Right.
They sacrifice their time and their life to give you something that you're only going to get from a prophet and priest of the Most High. And that's the truth that was given to us by Commanding General YAHANNA.
That's right.
By General YAHANNA, by Captain Mawquad in the Midwest,
that's
by
right.
Captain Katazai and Captain Tazar Yak, and I can keep going on and on and on and on. All the glorious men that have sacrificed their lives and lost their lives just so that you could have a breath of ownership.
That's right.
To who you really are. When the white man tells you, just be Africa. Right. And send your ass right back out the door just as dumb as you was when you came in. You know? So, yeah, man, that African-American stuff was pushed really heavy by Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson was really the progenitor of making Negroes believe that they were African-Americans. Because before that, you would consider colored.
Right.
Negro, colored.
Right.
And then you get, and then all of a sudden, here comes this African.
Yeah.
The so-called Negro in America never considered itself African 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. Never. You would have called him African, he'd have laughed you out the damn house. Never thought he was African 100 years ago. They would laugh you out the house. We ain't African at all. We don't even look African.
Right.
Every damn artist that's out there got a video coming out. What about love? All these black, ugly, monkey-looking Africans all on the goddamn thing trying to act like we them or something. We don't look like no ugly-ass African. We ain't got no big bulging-ass heads, big old BDBs with piss, cow piss drenched all over us, smearing shit all over our faces, and blowing up cows' behinds. We don't do that. We're not eating out of bowls made out of bat shit. That's not our culture. Do you understand? We don't have bones through our nose and plates in our lips and all that weird ass. We don't do that. Nigga, if you come here with a plate in your lip, you're going to get talked about from the time you hit the door to the time you make it to the crib. Okay? You can't be African. Even if you want to be African, you couldn't be African. Because a nigga is not going to let you be African, okay? If you come in there with all that, you know, going on, you're going to get laughed all the way. They talked about, they going to roll, they going to, what they call it now? Roasted. Yeah. Well, it always been called roasted. They call it something else now. What they call it? The kid. Well, they going to roast your ass from the door all the way up out of here until you in tears. Come in here and put a plate in your lip. You ain't going to be able to go nowhere without being talked about. Right. Okay? Because that's just not us. Yeah. All right? Jesse Jackson's out of his goddamn mind. And so is the white man who is the devil in the Bible.
That's right.
All right? Shalom.
Shalom. Give him in.
Better yet, how come all of the Pan-Africans ain't never with Africans? Yeah. How come the Kemetic community is never with Africans?
Never.
How come they don't have a table set up in Liberia, right next to where they're selling people meat, with General Butt Naked, Nathaniel Seven, and the rest of them goddamn lunatics? Where is their table in Nigeria, where they're selling bat meat and rat meat? Why don't they set up a table right there and tell them Africans that they're us? Why don't you go over there and tell them Africans, hey, stop eating that rat ass because you're not you're a so-called Negro. Right. You're the same as us, and I'm the same as you. Right. Why don't they sell their books to them? There isn't an African in Africa that is going to buy a single solitary pamphlet from them. They go over there and fuck around and get robbed. Do you hear me? Right. Salaki. I just gotta give it to you raw. Yeah. But guess what they do to my people? You want to put a big ass table in the middle of Harlem with all this African apparel, big old unks, like all y'all fill on the unk, play with the penis, all of y'all, the metal penis or the wood penis, pray to the penis god of the unk. Amin Ra sack, and then y'all, you know what I'm saying, go home. And you set it up and sell that to my people. Right. You go tell my sister that's in the projects that she's the queen. The queen of what? The queen bee. The queen what? Queen bee.
Right.
She just had 6 abortions. The queen murderer, mass murderer, okay? Mass murderer. You understand what I'm saying? But you're the queen. Do you understand? Sell that shit to the Nigerians. You go set up Planned Parenthood in the middle of Ghana.
Right.
And go tell them damn Guyanese and over there in Africa, them Ghana men and them Ghana women to kill 1,800 of their babies a day. They'll cut your goddamn head off and they'll probably eat you. They will cut your head. You are not going to make it out of one of them bushes. Nigga that throwing spears at you, chucking rocks at your head. Right. You're not going to make it out of there.
Come.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, ye simple ones, how long will ye love simplicity?
Right.
How long will you be this ignorant and this dumb to believe that these people have any kind of true compassion or love for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? They love a damn African, ain't never had an African in their living room. Ain't never had to stand toe to toe and fight off 2, 3 other cats out of their mind, high out of their mind. Ain't never got your ass whooped by the police with an African. Have you ever got pulled over and beat up with an African?
Never.
Have you ever got pulled over and got a ticket with an African?
Never.
Have you ever had to have a shootout with an African? Never. I mean, what? Did you ever bought some work from an African? Probably. No, I'm just saying. So where is this brotherly love coming from? If you ever want to cut somebody who says that you should love Africans or you should be an African or you are African, then you ask them, why should I love an African?
Right.
As a so-called Negro in America, right now, why should you love an African? What did the African ever do for you in your life? What did they do when your mama was crying on the couch and on the bed holding her head and couldn't pay no goddamn light bills and couldn't pay them heat bills and couldn't feed everybody in the house? Niggas in the other room fighting and drinking and smoking weed, selling little sacks, won't even put no goddamn money into the house. Where was the Africans then? Where was the Africans when they was raping you and molesting you? Where was the Africans then when the pastor was raping and molesting you? When you was getting child abused and getting your ass beat? Where was the African at when the white man was beating your ass to death?
Right.
He was sitting back drinking the wine that he got for selling you.
That's right.
Drunk off of his riches. Drunk off of his slaughtering of the black, Hispanic, and Native American women and children.
Right.
You niggas love the African man and ain't got one goddamn valid reason to love him.
That's right.
Ever want to cut somebody who says that you should love African people or embrace African culture, and you just ask them, what in the hell has an African ever done for you? Mm-hmm. Because an African ain't never did shit for me and my niggas.
Right.
When we was hungry, when we didn't have no heat, when the water wasn't running, when we had to go to food shelves and eat off of food shelves and go to sharing and caring. That's what it's called in Minnesota. Yeah. Sharing and caring. And then you got the Catholic little church where you can get some food. And Mary Jo's. Where was the fucking Africans at then? Where are they at now? When Michael Brown got shot, where was the Africans?
Nowhere to be found.
When Freddie Gray got killed, where was the Africans?
Nowhere.
When Philando Castile got killed, where's the Africans?
Nowhere.
Where are the Africans at? These brothers that are coming out here with these books, these doctrines, philosophies, throwing all these silly ass, what is it called? They be doing lectures and all of that. These people are crooks and thieves.
Right.
Con artists who found a way to capitalize off of your ignorance.
Right. Come.
They know that you don't know. So because of that, they're going to rob and they're going to steal from you.
Right.
They're going to beat you out of your money. They're going to beat you out of everything that you have. You got a big mama right now sitting in the Christian church while he teaches you Eurocentric doctrine. Christianity is white people's doctrine.
Right.
Egyptology is European doctrine.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the so-called Negro.
Right.
Kemetic science is African culture. Has nothing to do with the so-called Negro.
Right.
Muslims, Islam is an Arabic culture. Has nothing to do with the so-called Negroes. So what in the hell has something to do with us?
Right.
They're selling you other nations' cultures and customs. And you're buying it because you're ignorant,
right,
and you're dumb, and you're stupid, and you're foolish.
That's right.
Because you've denied the voice of the prophets and the priests. You've denied the words of Yahweh our King, Black Jesus.
That's right.
You denied Commander General YAHANNA. And because of that, we're dying.
Right. Okay.
We're dying because of it. Our children are being raped. Our women are being raped and molested. We're being kidnapped in the hood. Tied up and put in closets and trunks in the hood. Starving to death in the hood. Doped out of our mind in the hood. Because you refuse to listen to the prophets and priests of the Most High that come to give you your truth.
That's right.
To come and give you your culture, your customs. That's all, brother. Shalom.
No, that's what I want. Give him that. That's a great point. Sure. That's to the Africans. All right. So yeah, we're gonna stop there for right now on the topic. We're gonna I'm gonna answer some of y'all questions if y'all got any. All right. Y'all got questions? Got questions? I know you have them, right? Go ahead.
Sorry.
All right. Get a couple questions.
And if I could, the so-called African is so disgusted that they make a movie called Wakanda,
right? And
they put inside of the goddamn movie, and Jake played the African so damn good. He did. He was actually a Hebrew Israelite by nationality, but a goddamn African by the spirit. He played the damn part so good it was ridiculous, man. When he went in there and said, y'all tell me if you remember this part where he said, we only fight. Us Wakandans only fight when it's necessary.
Something like that, yeah.
Man, when I damn near jumped through the screen when I heard that. I wanted to grab him by them fake ass curls and whoop his ass. Right. Okay, ain't an African in history ever had hair like that. That's the so-called Negro hair. Right. You understand what I'm saying? We got good hair. You know, we got good tight curly hair. That's a Hebrew Israelite. Ain't nobody ever looked like the women that was playing Africans that was Hebrew Israelites. They ain't never looked that goddamn good. Them was an ugly ass people. And not only that, but the fact that he said they only fight when it's necessary lets you know that they don't give a damn about a nigga in Detroit.
That's right.
They don't give a damn about a nigga in the north side of Minneapolis, south side of Minneapolis. They don't give a damn about you dying in LA, in East Los. They don't give a damn about niggas.
Right.
It's not necessary for the Africans to go to war for you. You're not them after all. Do you understand? That's why the white man told him in the movie, he said, first the African guy says, oh, he's one of us. And the white man turned to him and said, no, he's one of ours.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And see, when you're a coon and you think you're the same as a white man, you took that as he's an American. He's one of ours. But no, what the white man told the African between them two is that no, he's what we created. A killmonger. He's what we created. He's one of ours. We created that. He's not you. He's one of ours. He belongs to us.
Right.
He's our wild and destructive creation. the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And so-called black man ain't never been no funky, bone-eating, fly-swatting, shit-smearing African.
That's right. That's right. Give him another hand. That's right. You got your question?
It's Isaiah chapter 6, verse 10.
One second. Go ahead and get that.
My question about it is, really, what is it saying? I wasn't trying to lean on my own understanding on it, because to me it sounded like he's telling the prophet to pacify the people and put them to sleep with words.
Okay, go ahead and get that. Read it, Kabab.
Khan, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 10. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate.
So what's your question about it again now?
It was sounding like, was the Lord telling the prophet to preach onto these people smooth things and put them to sleep? Or
No.
You want to break it out?
Go ahead, bro.
Salaki, can you break it down? Can you break it out?
Salaki, no, go ahead. You want me to? Or you got it?
Yeah, no, you got it.
Okay. Go back. What you gotta do is you gotta go back.
Okay.
And you gotta see what's going on. Let me get it one time.
Come.
Start at the beginning, man. How much time we got? What time we got?
It's 8:11. We're here till 8:30. You got a couple of minutes. You got time. A little bit of time.
Okay, go start at the beginning. Start in the beginning. We're gonna read a little bit.
All right, verse 1.
Just start at verse 1 and start reading.
6 and 1.
Khan, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphims, each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts.
Okay, Salaki, what's happening right now? When he said he's seen the Lord of hosts.
So,
Go ahead.
he's having a vision, right?
There we go. From the very beginning, he's having a vision.
Right. Come.
All right. So now that you know he ain't never really seen the Most High, he's seeing the image of the Most High. He's seeing the angel, the glory of the Most High.
Right.
All right. He's seeing an angel, the glory of the Most High. When the Most High comes to a person in a vision, they're saying like the Most High came to me. So I'm saying I seen the Most High is like I was in the presence of the Most High.
Right.
He's not saying that he physically looked at the Most High, Yahweh right in his face. Okay.
Right.
So go ahead. That's a vision. Keep going.
Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar, and he laid it upon my mouth, and said, Lo, this hath touched my lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me.
So wait a minute, what happened right there? So the brother, what happened? Anybody want to break it down? When did it say behold? What does it mean when it says behold? This has been when it says behold, this has touched your lips. Your iniquity is taken away and your sin is purged. What happened right there? What was he given at that moment? Go ahead.
Judgment.
Nope. Go ahead.
He was given a chance to repent, so he came. So he came back to life, pretty much spiritually. He was given a breath of life.
No. Okay. Back up to 6. Read 6 again.
Come.
I'm trying to show you. I want this is the best way for me to show you. Go to 6.
Come.
In the vision, this is what happened. Go ahead.
Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. And he laid it upon my mouth and said, lo, this hath touched my lips. Salakia, thy lips. And thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged.
What did he give him at that moment? He took something holy and he put it on his mouth. And he put it to his mouth. All right, let me give y'all an example. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you an example, and then I want you to give it to me. Before you come in the truth, you talk about all kind of disgusting and foul and evil, wicked things out of your mouth.
Right.
How you'll do this and you'll do that, and what you'll do to one person, and what you won't do with this and this and that, and your mouth is a disaster. You talk about, I'm an African American, you say that all people are the same, you say things like that, your mouth is converted. You say that there's people who say that the Lord is not real, there's no such thing as Jesus, and Jesus is God, and they say a lot of twisted and crazy things out their mouth. But what happened to him when this man when this angel touched his mouth with the coal off the altar? What did he give him? Read 6 again. I mean, not 6, 7. Read 7.
And he laid it upon my mouth.
Laid it upon his mouth. Is this talking about he physically came and just laid the coal on his mouth? All right, remember this is a vision. So he's paraphrasing, but he's talking in
Figurative language.
Right.
Metaphors.
Or
analogies.
Metaphors. Go ahead, brother. You want to take a crack at it?
Yeah, when he got rid of his sins for him.
He did get rid of his sins for him. But okay, think about when you came into the truth.
Right.
What was it that touched your lips and your iniquities were taken away and your sin was purged? Go ahead. I know you got it already. Go ahead, come on.
When I got told about the law, statutes, and commandments.
Okay, so what did he give it? Officer Mariah, because it's his question.
He gave him the truth.
He can get a brother a hand. But you didn't go. You want to always get straight to the point.
Right.
Always cut it hard and dry.
Right.
He gave him the truth. And because he had the truth, it touched his mouth.
Right.
And his iniquities is taken away and his sins was purged. Okay? Keep going.
Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not.
Now, hold on. He said, hear me indeed. Meaning you indeed, you hear what I'm saying.
Right.
But what else?
But understand not.
But you don't understand a goddamn thing. All these fake ass Hebrew Israelite groups got the Bible. They all preaching and teaching and running around with fringes on the bottom of their t-shirt, which is corny. Okay? Trying to pretend to be us and everything else. But guess what? they don't understand a goddamn thing about being in the truth.
Right.
If they did, then ITGJC would not have embezzled 5.3 million, or is it 4 million? 5.3 million?
Yeah, that's right.
Dollars of the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans' money.
Right.
They wouldn't have stole that money. They wouldn't have took that money and that 40 to 60,000 and made Barbie dolls of themselves.
Right.
Of himself, I should say. All right. So yeah, they hear the word of God. Yeah, they talking that shit. But what does the scripture say? Give me a perfect precept. Their lips, come on with it.
Their lips draw nigh from me.
Their lips draw nigh, but their hearts
are far from me.
Are far from me.
Right.
So they talking that shit,
right,
but they not walking that shit. They talking it, but they not walking it like they talking.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? But they talking. They sound like. They look like, but they not like.
Exactly.
Keep reading. So tell these people that y'all hearing it. Indeed, you hear me, but you don't understand the goddamn thing that I'm saying.
Hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not.
They look right at the I.S.U.P.K every day, keep all the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, rightfully dividing the word of God, helping Black, Hispanic, and Native American people who's in slavery, that's in homelessness, that's sick, that have ailments, that have diseases, that have all type of different medical conditions, staying with the women that you sleep with, even though they're crazy out of their goddamn mind. Free counseling, free food, free Passover, free goddamn Hebrew Academy where you can learn how not to get completely beat the fuck up in the world because you've never had a daddy to show you how to throw a correct punch or to do a correct block in your goddamn life.
Right.
Free all of that. Free barbecues in the Midwest and Detroit through the 14th through the 16th. Free every goddamn thing. The truth is free.
That's right.
Come stand on the corner, we don't get paid shit to stand out there and teach you. We come in here on the middle of a damn Wednesday when you could be with your feet kicked up, watching episodes of Power and shit. But he's up in here teaching y'all blackheads.
Right.
And you don't understand.
Right.
You see him, you hear him indeed, but you still can't understand that you're before the prophets and priests of the Lord.
Right.
You still can't understand that we are the one body of Christ.
That's right.
You still can't see that the I.S.U.P.K has the truth.
Right.
Salakia, let me get up here real quick. Look, you still can't see that Officer of Priest Maccabea is not the man? You don't know that he was sent by the Most High? You still can't see and tell? You can't tell Kabod? You can't tell that's a man of God? Ain't nobody paid that brother to come up here.
That's right.
Nobody didn't force these brothers with no pistols and no knives to come up here and reach out to complete strangers.
Right.
Read on, bro.
Khan. Make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see me with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed.
So listen, back it up. This is where you get confused because you think he's saying, don't teach Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans right here, okay? Right. This is where the confusion will come in. Now, how do we know that's not what he's saying? Because he sent us to what?
To teach Black and Hispanic.
Exactly, okay? So don't forget what you already know, right? Trying to learn something different.
Right.
You hear what I'm saying? Let's read it again, but this time we're going to read it a little slower.
Come.
Go ahead.
Make the heart of this people.
Of these people. Who are these people? The ones that are looking and listening and cannot understand that we are the men of God.
Right.
The damn Kemetic people.
Right.
The Black Christians. The Black Pan-Africans. These niggas that can hear us, they can see us, but they can't understand what we're saying. Making these people, the people who are against the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
The niggas that's against Officer and Priest Makami, Yahweh and Tabak. The people in your family that's gonna come against you when you tell them that, man, I'm letting my shit grow. I'm gonna grow this beard. When your mama say, boy, what the hell is you doing? That beard, you got to shave your face now. You looking crazy out here. You look like a caveman, like you done lost your mind. No, I'm gonna have to let this hair right there grow. They gotta grow. You understand me? Those people. When your woman says, I don't want to live this life anymore. I want to be in the club. I want to be drunk, grinding on niggas. I want to be in the world. Those people.
Right.
These are the people he's talking about. He ain't talking about y'all. He ain't talking about the people who's in here with their head wrapped up. The women is in here with their head wrapped up. Yahweh Shamar, Alathan. No. He's talking about the hood rat that's finna come up with the low-cut booty jeans, smoking a black and mouth, giving you all the signals that she has chlamydia. Read.
Make the heart of this people fat.
Make the heart of what?
Of this people fat.
Read on.
And make their ears heavy. And shut their eyes. Lest they see with their eyes.
Unless what?
Unless they see with their eyes.
Unless they see with their eyes. Read on.
And hear with their ears.
And they decide that, you know what? I'm going to hear this brother out. Go ahead.
And understand with their heart.
And they understand with their heart.
And convert.
What is your heart? When they say they understand with their heart, we're not talking about loving like the Christian church. I understand you with my heart. No, this is none of that gay shit, okay? Right. This ain't about no understanding with your heart. All right, when it says heart, it means mind.
Right.
Understanding with your mind what it is that we're teaching you. See, this is why it's so important when the scriptures, when it says many are called, but few are chosen. Because we go outside and we call many every goddamn week. But there's only a few chosen people who understand what their hearts and their minds.
That's right.
What it is that we're telling them. Read on.
And convert and be healed.
And they do what?
And convert.
And they convert. And because they convert, because they don't decide to be whores, because they don't decide to be all in the clubs and all on the corners selling weed and getting drunk and bumping and grinding and humping all around and like looking completely fucking destroyed. Because they decide to convert from being a Christian, convert from being a Muslim, convert from being a Pan-Africanist, convert from being a goddamn ancient Kemetic science, convert from being a goddamn drug dealer and a drug addict and a rapist and a fucking, what is them people called? Pervert, where you sitting there watching porn, beating away at your goddamn self all day, a pedophile, because you converted from being a liar and a thief and a criminal and a goddamn closet homosexual. Because you converted from being all of that into being a Hebrew Israelite in the I.S.U.P.K. You converted from standing on the corner selling heroin. Now you're standing on the corner holding posts. Right. Because you converted, read.
And be healed.
And they were what?
Healed.
Because you converted, that's why you're healed.
That's right.
When you convert, you're going to be healed. Those things that haunt you when you sleep. That shit you think is in the corner when you turn all the lights off. And you be jumping up, looking all around and shit, looking at the shadows and all that, thinking something in the room with you and shit. All of that goes away when you convert. You be healed of those demons, man, that torment you, that follow you. All that waking up same time at night and shit, looking around the room like you're crazy. All that, you know what I'm saying? The Lord will heal you of those things when you convert. Give him some time. You know, get in here, do your 90 days. Stop chasing vagina all day long. All right? For real, brothers, I'm going to tell you, I'm one of the worst kind. I had to I got so many wives now. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm telling you the truth. I want about one more though. I think one more. But I'm serious though, man. Get up in here.
You said that last time.
Yeah, no, he said that last time. So get in here, man. Stop chasing vagina all day. Stop playing video games all day. Stop smoking weed. Weed is destroying your mind.
Right.
Loud and whatever the hell cushion, whatever you want to call it, granddaddy perp and mango and cut. I don't know what the hell they got out there. Captain Crunch, I don't know. Moon rock. Or what is it? Space rock, moon rock, Martian rock. I don't know. Anything with a rock behind it is a goddamn indication that the black man needs to stay away from it. Okay? A black man ain't never had a good experience with a rock. Okay. Right. All right. Either they was throwing rocks at us, crack rock got us, every kind of Plymouth rock, everything got us. Okay. No, I'm just playing. So seriously though, you understand? Go ahead, read that. All right, read that again. That part, just that part.
And convert and be healed.
Convert from all of that and be healed, man. All right, you come into the I.S.U.P.K, them things that you're dealing with and struggling with, eventually it won't be nothing to you. The Lord will build you up and give you the strength to look at those things that are in your life like a walk in the park.
Right.
Read on. You got a question, brother?
Nah,
all right, let's
wait. It's a walk in the park for me already because I've been killing myself for the longest.
Man, give that brother a hand, man. Brother said he was killing himself. And for all the people who have never seen this, he doesn't mean physically killing himself. The brother means killing the old man. He's been killing the old man and getting rid of the old man for so long now. He said that it's starting to become a walk in the park for him.
Right.
And if you think it's easy now, then see where you at 5 years from now. See where you're at 10 or 20 years from now, if Christ hasn't returned. Read on.
Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant.
Now, what is he talking about? When he said, Lord, how long? What is he saying? He's saying the same goddamn thing that I say. He's saying the same thing that Officer Maccabee says. He says the same thing that General Muhammad says. The same thing that Captain Mawakar says. Lord, how long do we got to keep coming into this goddamn class 2-3 times a week, standing on these corners, screaming at these black folks? How long do we got to do this? And then what was the Lord's answer? Listen what the Lord told him. He like, God, these niggas is hard-headed. How long do I got to do this? I'm the man. I'm your man, God. I'm going to come out here, Yahweh. I'm going to come out here and scream and holler until my voice is gone every goddamn week until I die. But how long do I got to do this? And he ain't asking. He ain't complaining. He's trying to get some understanding. He ain't saying, goddamn, nigga, how long? I don't want to do this all. He's not saying it. He's trying to get some understanding like, how long do we got to do this, Lord, before they hear us? And listen what the Lord told him. Go ahead.
And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant.
And when is that? That's when Christ returned. We're going to do this shit here in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA until Christ returns.
That's right.
Because when Christ returns, the cities will be what? Read it again.
Wasted without inhabitant.
That's what America is going to be. That's what a Babylon is going to be. Thus saith the scriptures.
Right.
That's how long you got to get up out of here and go tell your black, Hispanic, and Native American people the truth until Christ returns.
Right.
We're going to howl on this goddamn mic, Officer and Priest Maccabee, every goddamn Wednesday until Christ returns.
That's right.
So y'all make sure that you tune in and check out this damn class, which is one of the most awesome classes in all of Israel every goddamn week, same time, same place. Y'all make sure that y'all tune in to the Sabbath services. Y'all make sure y'all show up to the goddamn Midwest barbecue. Captain LeBon throwing out there in Detroit, which is going to be absolutely amazing. You know how black folks get down on the grill. It's going down. We're going to have music and everything. All right? Y'all make sure you come. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. None of that. Just show up. We're going to make sure you get there. We're going to make sure everybody get to eat, have somewhere to sleep, and everything. All right, but we call into the school and make reservations if you're in Minnesota and you're interested in coming and you haven't physically been to the class. Say, I'll give them the phone number if you could.
Come. The phone number is the school number is 612-467-9875. That's the school in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you can't get in contact with Officer Kunayala, just keep calling, leave a message, and someone will get back to you. All right.
I'm gonna have Officer McCabe get a hold of you, man. He handles all that kind of stuff, man. He's excellent at that. All right. With that being said, I got to roll on you, brothers, man. I just want to stop in and say shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakathon to all of my brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shemal Atham by Shem Yahweh Shah all of my sisters. Please, Officer McCabe, close the class out, brother.
All right. So with that being said,
wait 1 second, real quick. Was your question answered, brother?
That's right.
You understand? You see, you hear it, and you understand it. That's right. With your heart, Most High in Christ. All right. Okay. Everybody got a ride? Everybody swap?
Yeah. Come on.
All right. Most High in Christ.
All right. So with that being said, Israel, the history class, got a little, not messed up, but it was another class in the making. All right. So next week I'll get more into depth of the Shield of David Part 2. It's going to be a lot more videos. It's going to be a lot more, information, background information to prove that the Shield of David is not a star and never was a star to begin with. All right. So with that being said, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
All right. Good.